Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltamar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3, where we left off last time. We had just arrived at Last Light Inn, and we did a bunch of selling between videos, so we're pretty good on our inventory at the moment. We also have boatloads of money. We're at 22,500 gold at this point in time. A pretty decent amount. Let's go talk to some people though. There's a lot of people to talk to. And that's pretty much probably what we're going to be doing for most of this video, is getting a little bit of lore on this place. I never got the chance to talk to any of these people in my previous playthrough because we came in here and murdered them all, basically, so.
Never thought I'd see the day Jaheira shows mercy to a true soul. Or whatever it is you are.
I'm a true soul. Kinda.
If Jaheira trusts you, I trust you. But I'll be damned if a bug brain doesn't creep me out.
It is a creepy thing, for sure.
Jaheira seems sure of you. I hope she's right. This barricade might keep the shadows out, but it won't help against what's already inside.
A lot of these people don't seem to like us very much.
I think staring out into the dark so much is doing something to my eyes.
Alright, let's take a look around and see who else we can talk to. There is Fist Ulthrid.
Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
No bother, I'm used to the Flaming Fist being impotent. No, that's not what I'm going to say. I expected a bit more decorum from a Flaming Fist soldier.
Want me to shine your boots while I'm at it?
Easy. He's a bit on edge since the, incident.
A bit on edge, my arse. Not that you'll give a triple shot damn, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists. Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate himself.
I was there in the aftermath. I don't suppose Councillor Floric made it all the way here.
Sure did. For all the good that does us.
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
Guess you need to be a goddamned counselor to get room and board around here.
Okay, well, I mean, at least she made it, I guess. Another Harper. I'm just gonna look for people that I reckon. Oh, wait, we can actually go talk to the Quartermaster. See if there's anything useful we can buy.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Let's see what you got. Alright, what do you have exactly? I am going to buy the Arrow of Dragon Slaying. It's going to be useful later in the game. We kind of have a decent amount of arrows otherwise. Let's take a look at her actual gear. Defender Great Axe, 2 to 13 damage. Whenever making your first attack of the round, you can reduce the weapon's enchantment by 1 to increase your armor class and saving throw by 1. It is a +2 weapon, which would actually be pretty good for our main characters, at least her plus to hit. It's not as good as even the longsword we picked up in terms of damage, but it's still not the worst weapon we could pick up either. There's also an incandescent staff, which gives ranged spell attack +1, and some fire-related stuff, which is good for our friend Gale, interestingly. I had an uninhabited Kashigo. After dealing damage with an unarmed attack, the wearer gains a +1 bonus to their spell save DC until the end of the turn. It's not a bad helmet, it's not great though. Bark skin armor, we don't need. Obsidian laced robe. On a successful saving throw against a foe spell, deal 4 to 7 damage to them. Gains fire resistance. Okay. Protection from missiles, 2-weapon fighting. When you make an attack with your offhand, you can add your ability modifier to the attack. It's actually extremely useful. And my dog's barking in the background. Oh, a cloak of protection. That's actually extremely useful. I'm going to buy that. Oh, we're not on barter. I just bought that wholesale. This is fine. Yeah, cloak of protection, pretty useful. Do I want that great axe though? Or do I just want to use the cruel sting, which is a +1 sword, but it also gives 1 to 6 psychic damage flat out, and if we're a drow, it also gives 1 to 4 poison damage against restrained targets. However, it only is 1 to 10 +1 to 6 if we're using it two-handed, so technically that poison damage may not actually do any damage. and probably won't most of this time, except it has ensnaring strands on it, but I think the longsword might be the better choice, even over the Defender Great Axe, so I think I'm not going to buy that. Do I want the Iridescent Staff? Ranged spell attack +1 is pretty useful.
And you shall find me.
Gale has a bunch of staves already, and the that's just weapon enhancement +1. That's not ranged spell attacks +1. It might be worth it just for the ranged spell attack +1. Bunch of money though. That's screw it, we have tons of money. And anything else I want? Stealth. Okay, this is bull strength. Increase your strength by 2 to a maximum of 20. You cannot be pushed against your will, and you have advantage on saving throws against being restrained. 100% going to pick up that clothing. It's really good for our main character who's using... Oh wait, no, don't do that. Balance the offer. Buy that. That's expensive, but worthwhile.
Take care now.
I'm going to use this... Oh wait, Cloak of Protection. Is that going to go on our main character? What's our cloak situation? We don't have a useful cloak. And we don't need the Cat's Grace thing, because we're using bracers of Dex. So it's not going to go higher than that anyways.
What's cooking?
Let's give her that, and also...
Oh, I have the magic touch.
That's going to be good for him. That gives him an extra +1 to hit on ranged spell attacks. Super useful. Mighty Cloth on her. Which looks weird. That said, we should have now 18 strength, which is a good +1 to hit. I'm also going to throw that longsword on her, I think. Who could we give this? Actually, we could give this to her. We'll lose the spider silk armor, which is fine, whatever. That gives her 19 dex, another bit to hit on her ranged attacks. Why are these only... Oh, right, because we have the all-in on... That makes sense. Now, we don't have great sword specialization, so it doesn't actually matter if we... Or great weapon specialization, so it doesn't matter if we're using a longsword two-handed at the moment. I think that'll be better damage, and it's +9 to hit versus... Well, it's +9 to hit. But we don't need it to be a Gith for the psychic damage on this one now. So we can be Drow instead, and hope that we restrain people from time to time. We could also go sword and board. There's... No, because we need unarmed in our offhand to do flurry of blows, so... I think. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure on that one. Let's go into the inn itself. There's some people in here to talk to. There's Ceres. And Jahira, of course. Let's go Ceres first.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
What happened? Where's Zevlor?
Gone. And more than half the others with him.
Oh no. We'll get him
were
back, don't worry.
ambushed out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze. Begged us to surrender. But... they were toying with us. Making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
Well, at least Damon made it. You have hope you survived. I'm sure the others did too.
Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But...
Poor Zevlor.
Thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
Alrighty. Well, that's unfortunate, but fine. Alright, Jahira, talk to me here.
Please. Be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
Let's meet her stare head on as we examine her body language with our rogue skill. We have a really good chance of succeeding, even though we only have a +1. We have advantage and up to +5. good to go.
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison.
Let's sniff the wine to see if it's been tampered with. We have +5. We have a pretty good chance of succeeding.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
No, but it spoils my trust. Actually, I prefer using Venian's breath for interrogations. It doesn't carry a scent.
No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after, I would have you standing on your own 2 feet.
Alright, I'll drink the wine.
Bottoms
Why not?
up.
Shadowheart didn't like that. I don't care if Gale liked it or not that much.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
It's trying to change me, win me over, but I'm resisting its temptations.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
Yes.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Is he?
General Ketherick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Catherick's days are numbered. I'll make sure of it.
Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too. Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us. I like you.
Thanks, Jaheira.
I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this.
Well, that's nice of you to do.
Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketherick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
Okay.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Okay, there's still more people we want to talk to down here. Let's take a look. Barcus Wroot. Hey, that's our guy we want to talk to. Oh, so Raphael is just chilling out here. I wonder if we attacked him, what would happen? Probably we'd die horribly. He's level 16. I'm going to save and just see what happens. I'm very curious.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
He's just sitting there, though. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. Okay, we'll unquick save that. I was legitimately curious to see if I could fight him, but I guess not. He just leaves. That is a-okay. Yes, also picked up some more hit points since last time I saw him. I think last time he was at 666, but now he's at 800 and something. So he's gained a level or two. Anyways, let's go talk to him, see what he wants.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Mole. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
Let's try and rig the game. Actually, let's do the Kalimshan fella because its nobility got cocky. Put pressure on his king. Let's bard it up.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did.
Wait, what offer?
You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
A list of my many hidden talents would stretch to Avernus and back.
I can most certainly believe it. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter.
Just stay away from Mole, you hear?
She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light.
Might be the infernal engine in my chest.
Poor Karlach. She really suffers so terribly. Death haranguing her from every angle. But it hasn't struck yet, has it? In fact, I'm quite confident you still have a few good days in you yet. Precious time to practice begging for my help with your bare knees in the dirt. I really am at my magnanimous best when people make an effort. See you soon.
Raphael is hands down one of the coolest characters in the entire game, though. Let's talk to Barcus Wroot.
Ah, you found your way. Good.
I told you I'd help rescue Wolbrand and the others. This is my first stop.
I haven't forgotten. And as it happens, I was making something to help you on your way.
Oh?
That is, if you're still going to help Wolbrand and the others.
I literally just said that. Of course I am.
In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wolbrand.
How did Deep Gnomes get trapped in the towers?
They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them... well... with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part, according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
Anything I can do to help?
Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
Alrighty, we'll work on that. There is a cat called His Majesty. Do we have, talk with animals on? I don't think so. Let's turn that on. Am I blind? Oh, there it is.
Hiss! I say hiss!
What's got your whiskers in a twist?
This is my territory, and you're in it.
My intentions are pure. I only want to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
Quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course.
You seem like somebody who knows what he's about. Heard anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
Quietly admire the cat.
You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss.
What an angry little cat. Alfira's here. She made it.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
I heard what happened. The people were taken to Moonrise.
I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
How did you survive?
Roland, of all people, saved us.
Oh, good job, Roland.
He said he stayed in the grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here.
Roland, the apprentice wizard?
Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
When the night is dark, stars shine brightest. So keep on shining. It's gonna be alright.
Heart's Requiem, right? The hero survives a war and rebuilds her life, stronger than ever. A tale worth remembering. Especially now. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
Don't worry, I'll find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful out there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Try my best. Alright, there's an innkeeper's lockbox here that is freely lootable. It is locked, though. But that's okay. It's not a negative to open it up. We have advantage 30 to open it. That's crazy high. And not a lot in here. We'll grab the journal. Actually, what is that? Sorry. Let's give that to Shadowheart. And same with that. Those are actually crafting materials. I didn't realize. They just kind of look like junk. We need to go talk to that one lady as well. Not Harper Boar. Not Merkin, who's at 1 hit point. We probably need to heal that person at some point. It's a child, though. I don't think that they're allowed to die. Let's open this door. We're going to try and find the counselor that we saved earlier. Yeah, this is definitely the room in question. Counselor Floric. There we go.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. We believe the cultists have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in.
What's with the fellow in the cot?
Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other.
I'd like to talk to him.
Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Gortash, your old boss, the man who sold you to Zariel. It seems he's calling himself Lord these days.
Oh, interesting indeed. That's a new twist on the story. I didn't know that because I didn't have Karlach in my group last time. Lord Gortash? Since when?
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Okay, person in the cot. Where are you? Art Cullagh.
Flame Cullagh. That's your name, isn't it? Art Cullagh? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, Or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
I have never heard that tune. Might be an original composition.
Maybe he was a musician.
Music's a powerful source of memories. We might be able to bring him around if we find what he used to play.
Search his body for any indication of a preferred instrument.
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands, the kind only developed from decades of playing the lute.
I've heard the name Thaniel from a friend of mine, Halson.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir?
Alright, let me have a look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Let's medicine him up. We have an okay chance of it working. We have an okay chance of it working. It actually did work. Nice.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
Lost in the shadows all this time. He must have left some part of himself behind. Something we can use.
Alrighty, we'll take a look around.
Wait! Take this letter. It was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but it might help.
Alright, we'll take a look. Karlach wants to talk.
Be on my way.
Sir Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. I never really told you the story of me and Gortash, did I? Let me set the stage. The year, 10 The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Gortash. I respected him so much at the time. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. I never found out what Gortash got in exchange. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Me too. A man like that has no place in power.
No. But they always seem to get it, don't they?
Indeed. Okay, so... check this backpack. Smoke powder bomb. Nice. That's going to help our satchel charge, inevitably. What's this one? Nothing. Another backpack up there. Also nothing. Proper testimonial. More backpacks. I like how they're not stealing, so that's good. Although I kind of want more smoke powder charges. We're going to need it. I think this is as a good place as any to stop the video. We're going to talk to Mattis quickly, and then we'll call it there, I think. We still have more people to talk to in this camp, but...
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa! How'd you learn to fight like that?
Had to. Life didn't pull any punches. It was up to me to learn to take a hit and deal one back.
I've been tossed around a lot too. I want to learn how to fight back too.
From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ha! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
Kid really looks up to you. That's nice to see.
It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
All right, well, go.
What can I get you?
What do you have, actually? He has interesting gear. Cloak of Cunning Broom. When the wearer disengages, they also create a foggy cloud that lasts for 1 turn. Evasive shoes, armor class and acrobatics +1. That's interesting. I think I might pick those up because the armor class is always useful, and maybe somebody needs some boots. It also could be a scam. Fishing rod of alertness. The wielder of this rod cannot be surprised unless Sorry, still getting over being sick, and that cough made me laugh a little bit. Or that quote made me laugh a little bit. Those are good. So it says, let me just redo that again. Fishing rod of alertness. The wielder of this rod cannot be surprised unless something unexpected happens. That's pretty great. Sending shell. Faint whispers creep from the sending shell when you hold it close, yet the method of sending messages from it is unclear. Spoon of saltiness. When salting food, the bearer of this shadow-cursed utensil will always add too little or too much, but never the right amount. Truly, the deviousness is top tier. Decanter of nearly endless water. This decanter can in fact sometimes run out endless water. However, it will definitely regain its properties the next day, the day after for sure. Arrow of Dark, a bunch of actual legitimate things like potions. But that is pretty good. There's a lyre in here, a hand drum, a flute, and Tarbell's Guide to Distractions. Cool. Well,
Pleasure doing business with you.
I hope your boots aren't fake, because I just spent $200 on them. Let's give them to her. I don't know if she's using anything good. Oh no, she's got those temporary hit point boots, which are good. What about our main character?
Let's move.
Boots of speed. We can lose quick heals, I think. That extra 1 armor class. Let's see if it works. 18 armor. It totally does. And if we throw in the cloak of protection, that's 19 armor. Good stuff. Alright, we're at 19 armor now, which is not as high as Shadowheart's 21 armor, which is insanely good. But it's not bad. Fighting against herself at our current level, she would have a 50% chance to hit, which is pretty decent in terms of armor. Anyways, that's where we're going to end here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others will see you next time. Take care.